You go back to breakfast.
Yep.
Back to breakfast.
What are your plans?
I need to go shopping.
Is there a particular family you want to investigate first?
I've been leaning toward Kinderfoot for no particular reason.
Would I, in any of the history or anything of my family, is there any history between like us and either of those families, like bad history, or is there anything that I know?
And there's been rivalry, as there has been with
yeah, but
all the
nothing like
wealthier
outstanding
families.
or crazy or.
A Romeo Juliet situation.
Not really.
You were going to go get some armor for the puppy?
It's not ready yet.
Yeah, it's not ready yet.
Oh, you
Tomorrow.
are.
A couple more days.
I do need to make money, but there's lots of ways of doing that. I haven't decided how yet.
Yeah.
I feel like,
You could try my way.
how would we want to investigate them?
Well, yeah, because I mean,
Just going in and being like, why did you do this is
Right.
probably not going to work.
Especially me going in there. I don't think they're gonna like just be like, oh, because we were trying to.
Yeah, you're a little recognizable.
We could be on an undercover operation. So like we could pose as
I'm proficient
Nettles?
in disguise.
pose as nettles.
no.
No,
I don't know. We could.
pose as nettles.
I mean, part of the problem
What
is
is that
most
supposed to
everyone
mean?
here is
Just send you in.
dwarves, right?
What? Huh? Yes. People here are dwarves.
So you two would stand out
Oh
for
yeah.
sure, because you're kind of tall.
What about traveling peddlers?
But then why would
Are
we
they still sitting
Go to
there?
the
Some
door.
information.
Like door to door.
Gerson and...
We become their
brothers?
friends.
Yeah, the brothers
Why
are
is
Put them
still
in on a
here.
deal.
It's like you guys never listen to me.
Befriend the enemy.
Is anyone else standing here? Any guards or anything like that?
And there are servants around.
Yeah, I'm out. I'm out. I'm leaving. I don't speak around people I don't know. But I didn't say that out loud.
Do we want to follow Trinity? As she gives I'm sure what was a pointed look at the other people in the room and glares at us and walks out. Should we follow Trinity?
Yes.
Okay. And Trinity does go off to find a more private room.
I'll follow wherever you're going.
Yeah. I'll follow.
Okay,
Grab some bacon. Follow.
Yeah, definitely like taking a plate with me.
Yeah, right?
In a jug of ale.
One of the servants actually goes to gather up the food on a platter and starts to follow you.
No.
Thanks.
let's go to wherever they put him.
I just take it.
Wherever they put me.
Yeah,
At the night.
that's where I'm going.
Going to my bedroom.
Yeah,
You hear that?
definitely not going to mine.
Okay. I have food.
Okay.
Yes.
Alright.
Take the party elsewhere.
Yeah.
Is there any way to like check for like magic? See if there's like a way they can listen to us.
You can try.
It'd take a while. We'd have to look for like symbols and it's kind of a pain.
Okay.
I think.
It would
Probably.
be difficult for you. It's not impossible, but you can do it.
I could do it.
You could look for more mundane ways to, spy on people.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Can any of you magic people?
I mean, I can, but there are like limits. Like, the spell itself can't penetrate certain barriers very deep. So, like, I could-
Kithri,
What?
can you
Hey, I had a long rest.
Do you want me to detect to see if there's any traps?
debug?
Not trap.
Possibly
Magic.
debug. Give us just a
see if there's any magic
ensure our
in play.
privacy. Our privacy.
Sure. What kind of check is that? Do
Well, do you have like
Yeah.
you have like
Yeah,
a
spell.
spell?
Magic.
I have
Or-
the spell.
Let me see. No, I don't think I have my phone.
I can cast it. I have.
I think I do. Let's just see.
I feel like you did. I feel like you used it once.
Detect thoughts.
I can do detect magic and see if I get anything. I can't guarantee that it's gonna work.
Do you have the spell specifically detect magic?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't.
You cast detect magic.
Yeah, I'll cast that. See what I see.
You sense some magic on the persons of the people around you. Just their magical items.
Yeah.
You do not sense any magic in the room.
Okay. Well, I'm not picking up on anything other than, you know, our objects.
I guess that's all we can hope for.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go and look for servants' doors because I'm bored.
you know, I'll be in this talk.
I can listen. I just want to know where the servants' doors are.
Oh, okay.
just
Investigation check.
I want to know, how does he know that I'm with the Nettles?
I have no idea.
Nobody but the Nettles would know that.
18.
Didn't he sound like he had an inside person with the Nettles?
I mean, it definitely sounded like he was
And he
friendly with the
even
Nettles.
knew about.
Yeah.
So
He also said that the nettles were useful, so like he probably has contact with the nettles, and so he. might
But then
find
at the same time, he
information.
wants us to infiltrate them. Something isn't adding up here. He wants us to infiltrate them, but he knows information that only they would have. Because maybe he has an inside person, but he wants us to derail their plans. But then he's friendly with them. There's too much going on here.
Well, it is a crime organization, and they are supposed to be the law of the city. Yes, they do have their uses, but also being able to take down a big crime syndicate would be a boon, potentially.
He surely knows, if he's smart enough to know about the Nettles, he's smart enough to know that they're a lot bigger than one city.
Have I found a servant's door yet?
you found a servant's door,
I'm gonna
yeah.
walk through.
Okay.
Start
So,
exploring servants' passages.
all right. There wasn't actually one into like the room in particular, so you had to like you sort of glance down the hallway. You actually remembered seeing one as you were walking.
Huh,
Yeah.
cool. I'm gonna start trying to make a mental map of the servants' quarters in this house.
Okay. This is sort of a new experience for you. You remembered making a mental note when you were here earlier. Oh, that must be where servants sort of go in and out of, but you're not actually used to servant life because Oak Hill wasn't a big enough city to have that.
Nope, but I figured out that these very ugly passages are the servants' quarters, and
Okay.
I think they're fascinating.
So, Divenna is not there.
Nope.
She's just exploring the servants' quarters.
All right.
All right.
Oh, I probably follow her then. That's my go-to is to follow Divenna.
Okay.
We're gonna stay here.
All right. So out of you two, what are your thoughts on Trinity's thoughts? Because she does have some points. I mean, you pretty much gave yours, but
That's me.
You know more about the High Council
Yeah.
than we do. I mean,
Yeah.
if you trust in their impartiality, I just met the guy.
yeah.
I don't trust anybody.
That's probably a good
I don't even
attitude to
trust
have to
myself
not
half
trust
the time, so
anybody,
I'm definitely
but
not trusting this guy.
we still need to make a decision, trust or
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
What do you want me to do? They want me to infiltrate the Nettles, which is the exact opposite of what the Nettles told me to do.
But you're kind of already in the Nettles, so
Yeah.
They told me to stay with Ulfgar.
Yeah.
They made that very clear that that was what I was supposed to do.
Stay with Ulfgar
Either
and
Ulfgar was
gain
supposed to
intel.
leave, or I was supposed to stay. Now all of a sudden, if I come snooping around their hideouts, that's gonna look a little weird.
not if you're with Ulfgar.
I'm just walking to the Nettles with
Great
Ulfgar.
Yeah, that would probably not be a good idea.
You wouldn't expect it.
This is true. No one ever expects a frontal attack.
Or the Spanish Inquisition.
But we're not there. Or, oh look, this one comes out behind a painting.
What do we do?
Alright. Good question. Shoot.
My character is unaware of the widespread of the Nettles because I wasn't in Oak Hill when you guys were.
That is true.
Neither was I.
Yeah. And I lived in out of, like, away from civilization, so I don't really know much about the Nettles.
They're everywhere. Every big city. You can probably count on them being there.
So you guys are discussing.
Just trying to get a
What's the
grasp
move?
on what's the move.
Which I don't know why Divenna decided to leave at
I
a time
know.
like this. This is usually our go-to person,
Yep.
who usually has lots to say, but go and behold, she's not even in the room right now.
Yeah.
The one time I want to hear Divenna's voice.
Well, obviously...
How long has it been since I left?
Obviously, a full-out assault on the Nettles is suicide, but
3 or
we do
4
also
minutes.
have the entire Drakeheart family behind us as well. I don't know how big the Nettle presence in this city is, but... I'm not saying all-out war against the Nettles. That's not what I'm insinuating. But I'm just saying that if not all of us are able to be as covert as you, we do have backup as well. And it's the people that we're doing this for.
We don't even know who in this own house we could trust. How could we rely on the Drakehearts? The Drakehearts don't know who they can trust. We can't
Go with your
trust
gut.
anybody that is not in this room, and the 2 who just left.
You gotta go with your gut.
Well, it's debatable if we can even trust everyone in this room.
And
Hey,
we've been gone for about 10 minutes. I'll have an interjection.
Oh, well,
I
yeah,
don't know what
but
that is.
let something unnatural come along and we can't rely on you.
I've given you no reason to not trust me. You've given us plenty of reason to not trust you.
I never asked for trust.
And Divenna interjection.
All right, so I want to be somewhere that's close enough to message my lovely Ulfgar.
Okay.
And message, hey, did you know there's servants corridors?
Yeah.
I think these are going to be useful.
Okay.
I bet we could spy from them.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm exploring.
Okay.
Yeah, can I do like an insight check to see if I think Ulfgar's acting weird? Because this is all happening in his head, right?
Yep, this is all happening in his head.
I don't even know what's happening.
because it's being quiet.
Well, I'm
is
sure
it?
I mentioned this to you, so I assume our conversation has been, oh look, we can get into this room too if we need to.
Huh.
And we can possibly spy from places. I bet the other rich families have places like this too. And on and on.
See where you're going.
Did we decide that message was actually telepathy?
You point and whisper, but you can go through solid objects as long as you know the person and where they are.
They still do have to mouth the words.
You have to
out loud.
mouth the words.
So in response, you also mouth the words. So
Okay.
yeah.
So now I
There's
definitely
some sort of
noticed that
visual.
Yeah.
he's messaging.
And then another message, should we come back?
Yeah.
Okay,
At least for a little bit.
cool. We'll start heading back.
Okay.
She's coming back.
It's much faster getting back. You're there within a minute.
Do I find a place into that room?
No.
Have I found ways into the other guest rooms? Or other rooms in general?
You weren't exploring for very long.
Okay.
You didn't find any ways into private rooms.
Interesting.
Where were you?
So, apparently these rich people don't like to see their servants.
Weirdos.
I would think you would see these implications
I do.
immediately. Seeing as, one, we're supposed to be
I'd just
investigating
rather not say them out loud.
2 other rich people's houses, and 2, we might possibly want to find out what's happening in this house.
I am not too much interested in the other rich people. I'm more interested in our friend, the High Inquisitor.
Who's interested in the other 2 rich people?
Yeah, but you just said right now that you don't know if we can trust everyone in this household, so
True.
we can just lie low while still investigating here. We don't have to go to the other rich families.
I don't want to go there either. My stop is with the High Inquisitor.
Is he a rich guy?
Would he be rich? I don't think he could be too rich, but
You get the impression that he's nowhere near your level of rich, but he's probably fairly wealthy.
Would he have servants' corridors in wherever he lives?
I don't think so.
I'll find a way in.
I'm not trying to find a way in, I'm trying to find a way in that we can blend into. And be inconspicuous?
And stay and spy.
Why don't we just dress as
Yeah, I don't know if I can be
I have a disguise
inconspicuous.
gift.
None of us are dwarfs except Ulfgar.
I'm short. I don't know if you've noticed,
I can
but
technically
Ulfgar and I
alter
are about the
myself.
same
You're
height.
short, but you're also hot.
Yeah, but I have disguises.
Prestidigitation.
I have a spell that I can alter what I look like.
What you look like. What do we do about?
Oh yeah, I can do that too.
I'm not good at spying.
It only
at all.
lasts a little bit of time.
We know.
Yeah, I thought it lasted an hour.
I think so. That's not very long though.
No,
I've got
no,
decent
but it's
spells.
quick, long enough.
+4 still.
I always forget that I can disguise myself.
Well, I mean, the High Inquisitor said it straight to our face that he wasn't telling us everything, so I say we can't solve this problem until we know everything.
don't
Yeah,
even
but
see
why
how
not
this-
start where we are?
I don't expect her to
Solvable.
tell us everything.
Like, how
Yeah.
could we possibly solve this problem? Make everybody who's rich be friends? No.
Finding out who we can trust, I think, is the first
I think we're
order of business.
trying to basically be the tattletales, so whoever has worked with the Durgar, suddenly their family has much bigger problems to worry about.
Oh, because then we can waltz into Oak Hill, no problem?
No.
No,
This
exactly.
is about this problem in this city.
There's too many problems. I don't like it. I miss the trees and the sky and the sound of birds.
Ulfgar,
I'm right
what do
there
you
with
think?
you. I do miss the trees, but
I mean,
sometimes you got to do good for the sake of doing good.
I've made myself clear. If you guys want to bail in this city, we can do that. But if
But we
Ulfgar
can't
stays,
go to
then I
Oak Hill.
stay.
And kind of Oak Hill was where we were going.
No, not to Oak Hill. Obviously.
And just to clarify, were you going to Oak Hill or were you going to that ritual site?
Well, yeah.
I think the ritual site was originally the plan.
Yeah.
We'd flown both of them into the other and hadn't really decided which.
Those words didn't mean anything.
Ulfgar.
I think we need to figure
It's
out.
your family.
Yeah. I mean, definitely think we need to figure out who we can trust, and if there's a leak in this household.
Be nice,
As unfortunate as that might be.
if
Let's
nothing else,
test
to
it.
know if one of Ulfgar's family members is trying to assassinate him.
Let's spread a rumor
like a
and see where
servant,
leaks
or-
are.
What kind of rumor?
I don't know.
Let's spread the rumor that like one of our team is part of the Nettles.
Okay.
We could just use Ulfgar as bait somewhere.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
I think we should start with the servants.
As being
If I was going to plan a
untrustworthy.
spy here, I'd plan a spy amongst the people that no one pays attention to anyways.
Move around the secret hallways.
Yeah.
And there's that.
How do you propose to do this?
You and I kind of stand out. Well, the three of us kind of stand out.
Well, I have a way of getting into places that people don't want me to get into.
Okay, that's not really okay. How do you propose to figure out what kind of things are you looking for?
I'll know it when I see it.
How are you gonna find it if you don't know what it is?
Do you mind telling us? Because if we're looking for it,
We might not know it when we see it, like you would, but so we need to know what it is before we see it.
You check, you
would
break
be
into a place, you look for papers, documents, anything. Coin, do they have more money than they should have given their position?
So we're supposed to follow the servants back to their house, break into their place, and rummage through their stuff.
Don't they stay here?
I don't know. Where do they stay?
Do the servants live on grounds?
Quarters.
Yes, that's what I thought. Servants live on grounds. They live here.
yeah, but what if it's not a written
weird.
trail?
Where do you propose we start?
Okay, I'm just saying. I'm throwing out there.
I didn't say I had a perfect solution. I said it's a start.
Okay, so that's where we start. But what if there isn't a written trail? Then where do we go from there?
Also, I don't think starting with servants probably wouldn't be the ones that would contact Dorgar.
Who said anything about them? I'm trying to figure out who you can and can't trust in this place. I thought that's where we were starting.
Yes.
And as I said, if I were to plant a spy in this place, I would plant one right amongst the people that no one in the family likes to pay attention to anyways.
So that means that we shouldn't trust them?
We shouldn't trust anybody that's not in this room.
Except for the dog. Is he here?
He's always with me.
Oh, okay.
Unless there's a reason for him not to be. He's always with me.
Well, if you're going to be doing the sneaking around people's rooms, we need to have something else to do.
That's for you to decide.
I was hoping you might have suggestions. Miss, I've done this before.
I told you what my way was.
She's very helpful, isn't she?
Just love me.
Love me!
Love me for all my fault.
No, I don't really have any ideas.
So
Maybe you guys can start working the brothers?
How? I mean, I like the little brother, but the other one I've already kind of... He already doesn't like me.
I mean, Kithri
Probably
and
for a
Amadine
good reason.
seem to be very good at
What are you
bagging a
trying
man.
to say?
I'm making a lot of assumptions
Says
here.
you.
I'm
Her
just
skills might only work on
simply
Goliath.
saying
You don't know.
that typically males are susceptible
you
to certain charms.
Go and seduce
I don't know what
one of
you're
the
talking
brothers.
You asked how you could help.
I didn't actually.
She's already
did
going to
not.
be busy being sneaky.
Lots of people can be sneaky. I'm
Okay,
just saying.
I mean,
I already told you.
We've all
maybe
seen your
the little
party
brother, but the older one probably not because the older one already doesn't.
so
like
why don't you work the little brother? She worked the older
I'm
brother.
not as worried about the little brother, but fine.
We should be worried about everybody that's not in this room. I don't know how many times it has to be said.
I think the father's pretty safe.
Leave no
because
stone unturned.
Why would the father undermine his entire family that he's grown?
Sure, logically speaking, but you never know where things will lead you.
I like the father. I'll work him over.
Now you're about it.
Yeah.
He's rich. She needs money for her dog's armor.
Assumptions. Just flying around.
Or
You
wait,
know nothing
he.
about me.
Wait, she.
She.
I mean, that's also an assumption too, really. I think Divenna's probably the only one who's seen enough of me to know for sure.
I'm sure I did when I,
I'm not like an asexual character. It's pretty obvious I'm a woman.
all right. So far we have Trinity will attempt to break into servants' quarters and just search
Sneak
for evidence
around.
there.
Mm-hmm.
And Amadine will attempt to persuade the father to give some information about something.
I thought I was seducing him.
Okay. Yeah. You said persuade. I just thought I was going to play on this.
We were talking about who we all wanted to work over, and that was my pick.
Okay.
Tomato, tomato.
Yeah. All right.
I believe they're working over the brothers. We're also making a lot of assumptions that we know what the brothers are into. Because perhaps Velgrath might want to take lead in,
That's true.
Ulfgar, do you have any insight on your brother's,
Proclivity?
It's a fair question.
Yeah. Sure is.
And boy, oh boy, would I love to see our beloved Velgrath
Take
have
one for the
that
team.
conversation.
Like, I don't even care if it's not in your notes. One of them's gay now, okay?
Like, please.
I haven't even slept with a woman. What makes you think I'm going to sleep with a man?
You don't have to sleep with them to get them to give you
No one
things. So just
said.
We
say.
said work him over. It's a very
Shake your ass a little bit when you
Very
say
vague.
unnatural.
Just call him a bad boy for being so unnatural. I love it.
Yeah. You got that quarterstaff. I'm sure you can creative with that.
All right! Family friendly here.
that's right. I
with my
forgot.
stick.
I have a sickle if you want to get really nasty.
Are you missing magic yet?
So,
I also have some shopping to do.
Yeah, I thought we were going shopping, honestly. I can invite your dad, but I mean, I don't know. If he's bored or something, he can come with us.
Ulfgar, what would you say is peak hours for your servants to be at work?
it depends on which servants, but generally the most servants that are busy at the same time, that happens during breakfast and dinner.
Breakfast and dinner.
Oh, we missed breakfast.
Breakfast
So
and dinner.
dinner it is.
Okay. So we'll get back to you.
Wait, scratch that. I'll have to wait for breakfast tomorrow. Dinner probably won't be a good idea to not be there. Be a little weird.
Okay.